In this video, you'll get an overview of navigating the Hi Rasmus platform. So once you're logged in, you'll see your name on the top left-hand side of this blue bar, and you'll also see your organization's name here. If you need to log out, you'll select this button to log out. And to move the menu out of the way, you can simply select these three horizontal lines to have a little bit more space there. You'll also note a notifications bell. So here, if you have any outstanding notes to sign or notifications about different activities with your clients, you'll see notifications here that you can address. So for every learner, you'll be able to access them using this drop-down menu. So here you'll be able to see any clients that you as a user have access to. You do have the ability to add a heart next to any specific learners that you may access more frequently. This is common if you have access, say, to an entire clinic or region, but you primarily work with a handful of learners on your caseload. That makes it a little bit easier to find those because it keeps it at the very top. Now you can also simply type the name of a learner and it will pull up their alias, and then you can simply select that learner's profile. Once you selected your learner, you're brought to their homepage. And here on your learner's homepage, you'll see all of their active programs, so things that are currently being worked on. And those may appear in alphabetical order, or they may appear categorized by treatment area and sub area or domain. So that is kind of dependent on your BCBA. Now, I do have a session here at the top of my page, and this is basically the vehicle by which I can take data. So whenever I am beginning a time with my learner, I'll hit start session to get into my session. We'll review that more in depth here shortly. Now, returning to our menu, our history is where we'll be able to go to see past sessions that have been run, who ran them, etc. We can also go to our progress page, and here is where you'll be able to see the progress that your learner is making. So this is where you can access a nice cumulative graph. You can also see a list of recently mastered targets. And then below that, you'll be able to see all of that learner's programs, and you can see some quick stats about each program, such as percentage completion, how many targets are in each phase, things like the number of trials on average it takes to master a target within that program, or the average number of sessions, etc. And selecting any one of those targets will just take you into the graphing zone where you can easily dig into the data and review the graphs for those programs. The file section is where you can go to access files that you have permission to view. And then everything below files, so our settings and our help, is specific to yourself. So these items are specific to whichever learner you have selected here, and these two items are specific to you as a user. So if I go to settings, I do have the ability to check out my account. So if for some reason I need to change my password, this is where I would do it. I can also edit the language. So if maybe myself or a parent speaks something other than English as a first language, I can select from a plethora of options there, and it will translate the app itself for you. Notifications can also be adjusted here. So if I want to make adjustments to how I'm getting notified about different things, such as getting a new message or new targets being mastered for my learners, etc., I can adjust those and hit save here. There is the capability to turn on offline access. This is dependent on your settings and permissions as an organization. But if you work in a rural area with limited to no Wi-Fi, this expands some capabilities to access there. And then the last item that everyone has access to is our help section. Our knowledge base is a great place where you can go. You can type in if you have any questions about certain pieces, and it will pull up some answers for you along with videos and things like that. Our getting started section is a really great starting point, and we do have some video content there as well.